Well, good morning and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be winterizing this Fendt Rogator demo sprayer. We can see it is sitting there fully boomed out. It is nice and windy outside. But we have just finished doing a product tank rinse. We rinsed our booms and got the whole sprayer nice and clean on the inside of the tank. And now we're gonna load up with some winterizer, some antifreeze, and run it through the whole system. We have the Toyota as the service body today, so we're gonna pull up nice and close and get winterizing. As I just about hit that sprayer, oops. We should be good right there with those big, tall 50-inch rim on that Fendt Rogator. And so, I have never done this before, so we're gonna learn how we do it, but we got our Milwaukee transfer pump. We have half a barrel of winterizer, and we're gonna get it up in that top freshwater rinse, and then rinse everything down all the way to our booms. Nope, that is not poop, that is grease. Have to wash that guy off. Open it up, and these might do the trick. We got my handy dandy broomstick with hose that we can pop right down in there, make sure we get all of it. We can grab our transfer pump, take our caps off. We can put it on this side as we want to be working with our arrow, make sure that we're not going the wrong way. And from what I've heard is winterizer is pretty hard on these little pumps, but we are going to use it anyways because that's why I bought this thing. Somewhere in this truck I have Gorilla Tape that I need, but now we just have to try and find it. There it is. Well, this is kind of handy. We can see we're using the spot where you hold your fuel handle when you're going to be coming up here to refill. Hold our garden hose. Don't mind the noise and the wind. We're nice and high. Handy old Gorilla Tape. Hold that hose hold that hose inside the freshwater rinse tank so I don't make a mess. Spun around. But from up top, we can see the cap off our freshwater rinse. That garden hose going in, big tape down, right to our truck with our barrel. Now, the moment of truth should be we get on both sides of this saddle, how it dips down around the sides of this sprayer tank. We have now switched to a high output battery, and that is filling a whole lot faster. Prop the barrel up slightly, and we can see how full we are right by that fill indicator. But now, since we have taken everything out of that barrel that was in there, it was about half full, actually probably a little over half. We're gonna come into the sprayer and turn it on, and I will walk you through how we do it in here. Nice little coat hanger in this cab, because even though it is probably about 15 degrees today, it says that it's gonna get down to snow tomorrow. So of course, here in Saskatchewan, our weather changes so fast, but we figured we better get this winterized just on the odd chance that there is a hard freeze and none of the plumbing in this sprayer is damaged. And so now, with our monitors loaded up, we're gonna go down here. We are gonna hit our system maintenance button, go into here, and then I wanna go and do a tank rinse. I wanna pull that product from our freshwater rinse tank and bring it down into our tank, so then we can flush it through our booms, bring it back into our tank, run it through our product pump, and get every bit winterized. And also, we want to make sure that we open up our agitation and our sparge valves when we're doing a tank rinse. That way that winterizer, that antifreeze, goes through every single valve that we have. So we're gonna focus on our Fendt monitor. We're gonna press rinse tank. We're gonna select our source from our rinse tank, check mark, press the check mark again. Valves are set, yep, press the check mark. So now we are rinsing from our rinse tank, pulling it down into our product tank. Let's go out and check. We'll be able to watch these lines. Look at that. And so I was outside watching that rinse tank deplete. I could have actually washed my sparge and my agitation all watching this monitor, but I was watching that tank. This is actually my first time ever using that freshwater rinse tank to rinse any part of the sprayer. But now we know our freshwater rinse is empty. We have antifreeze in our tank. We're gonna now rinse out our tank, and we're gonna select our source. We are rinsing our tank from our rinse tank. So the water that's in the tank, we're gonna be using it to rinse everything. So I press the play button, and we are rinsing once again. If we went out there, it would look exactly like it did when it was pulling from the freshwater rinse. And now we are rinsing our agitation. We can see what it's doing. I just pressed the check mark and worked my way through. If we press the check mark once more, we are going to rinse our sparge valve. We can see our agitation is opening, and our tank is rinsing, and it's rinsing through all of our plumbing. I just realized I will be saying rinsing or rinse probably about 600 times in this video. Now we are going to rinse out our actual boom plumbing. I came outside so I can show you how to do it from here. We can see how many gallons are in our tank. We hit our cycle button, come to our system maintenance page. We're going to now cycle our system maintenance page, and we are going to rinse our booms from our tank. We can press the play button. That's what that little icon is. Hit the play button. We can hear our sump open up. Hit the play button again. We can now hear our pump kick on. So I wanted to show it from down below, even though it is windy, because you can are going to crack our valve here, spray a little out. Make sure that it's all through that filter and that filter housing. And we are now have antifreeze going through our pipes and returning back up into our tank, so we can go to our recirculation filter on the back. So we're back right axle. We can grab this and we can turn our recirc filter, go until we start to see antifreeze coming out of it. Perfect. There's that recirc filter with that recirculation line coming from there. Now we're going to quickly rinse out our nozzles by spraying just a little bit of antifreeze out of each nozzle. We're just going to quickly purge each section. Hit the check mark, and we are now good. And now, since we've cleaned out the tank, we've cleaned the sparge, the agitation, as well as we've put antifreeze all in our boom plumbing, and then we've also sprayed a little bit of antifreeze out through our nozzles. Now I want to take all that antifreeze that's in our booms and I want to pull it back into our tank, and we are just going to simply go into our monitor and we are going to hit this button, hit full system recovery. We have to manually raise our boom hoist all the way up, put our tips to the ground, and do a full system recovery. And of course, when I go to use my grease gun for the last time of the season, it is out of grease. So we will get this full of grease again and go and do a quick grease of the sprayer. That way keep all of the moisture out of parts they shouldn't be. And so I decided to quickly go and grease the booms and the hinge points before we did our product recovery. So I'm now just raising my boom mass. Gonna put my tips to the ground and do a full system recovery. Recovery complete. All of the antifreeze is back in our tank. We're now going to quickly just do a little spray and make sure that we clean out those nozzles from any possible antifreeze sitting in them. Level boom tips, check mark, wait for pressure to increase. Okay, press the check mark. We're gonna throttle up a little bit, let it build a little boom pressure, and now we're gonna start cycling our boom. Blowing out each tip. Making sure there is no water at all left in that boom. And now we should be fully finished. There's no product in our booms, there's no product in our tips, and all the product is back in our tank. So our last step is to go and dump this product. I'm going to show you how much is left in our tank here. It says 14 gallons on the monitor, but we'll quickly take a peek and then go dump things. There is our antifreeze. We can close this up, and we're going to drain a little out that front fill and a little out this side fill. just like that, that sprayer is fully winterized and ready to see some colder weather. But that also brings a wrap of the demo season. There will be no more sprayer demos. Combine demos are pretty much finished now too. So demo season is done and we will be on to 2026 in no time. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you very much for watching. Have a happy Thanksgiving. That is when I've been filming this video. Mind you, my laptop is broken, so it probably will not be out at Thanksgiving. But either way, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.